We talk about movies, TV shows, and games and tell you what you should be watching. Let's kick things off this week with Scary Stories to tell on the... Oh, God, that's so scary. Guillermo del Toro tweeted that the film adaptation of Alvin Schwartz's amazing Scary Stories book is finally starting its filming in Toronto. Details are sparse, but the description says the film follows a group of teens trying to solve horrific deaths in their town. So this is where we all go, yay! Or is it? So here's the deal, guys. Guillermo del Toro was supposed to direct this movie, but because overbooking is something Guillermo del Toro loves to do, he's actually producing it now, and his friend, the director of Troll Hunters, Andre Uvredal, is taking over helming the picture. So that's pretty good, but Guillermo del Toro's track record as a producer isn't that great. So don't be afraid of the dark. It didn't exactly light anybody's world on fire. And the guy who is co-producing this movie with Guillermo del Toro was responsible for this pile of garbage. Rest in peace, Dark Universe. Rest in peace. Good riddance. But the studio who made Winchester's in charge of this movie, that's not good either. Okay, there's some good news though. Del Toro co-wrote the script alongside the guys who wrote the Lego movie, so that's great. And of course, we have this man. Now this, you may not recognize his face, but you definitely know his art. Yes, this is Stephen Gammell, the man responsible for all these terrifying images that have stuck with us into adulthood and continue to give us nightmares every day. So in this movie, I'm really excited. Will we see Harold, the Scarecrow? Will we see Sam's new dog? Will we see the bride? I got my money on the bride for sure. That's an easy one. But at the end of the day, everyone involved in this project is going to have to be on their A game, top of the top, best of the best work to make sure it's not a shameless ripoff of Stranger Things. All right, that's the film news. Let's move on to TV. This is some really exciting casting news that is a blast from the past. Brendan Fraser has been tapped to play Robotman in the upcoming DC live-action series Doom Patrol. He'll play Cliff Steele, the race car driver who has his brain transplanted into a robot body after a terrible accident. I like it. I like it. Now, he won't actually be in the Robotman suit. That honor goes to Riley Shanahan, but Fraser will be doing a voiceover and appearing as Cliff in flashback sequences. Now, I have to be honest, I wasn't super familiar with the Doom Patrol. I know I'd kind of heard about them, but I didn't really know anything about them. They were introduced in the early 1960s, and they are a sort of misfit band of heroes that investigate the stranger happenings in the universe. And some of the members include Elastigirl, you got your Beast Boy, and of course, Negative Man. So heroes you may have never heard of if you're not a super hardcore comic book fan. But Robotman has always been in the lineup. He's in fact the only character that has always been in the lineup. Now this show is going to be part of the DC Universe streaming service that DC announced back at Comic-Con. It's like $8 a month. It comes with a bunch of stuff. We're pretty excited about checking it out. But honestly, I'm just really excited to see Brendan Fraser upgrade to a superhero franchise. And even if it's on TV and even if it's on a standalone streaming service, I will take it because this man is awesome. I love his acting and I'm ready to see him play Robotman. All right, guys, Agents of Overwatch, we have to get hype. We got so many goodies this week. Gamescom kicked off in Germany this week and Blizzard brought the heat with a fancy new Overwatch cinematic starring our favorite mech pilot slash pro gamer slash actress Hana Song, otherwise known as D.Va. In the short, we are treated to some highly requested and anticipated backstory for our one and only favorite off-tank D.Va, and it is honestly just as fun and emotional as any Pixar or Disney movie that you can think of. Seriously, if you have not seen this cinematic, you have to watch it. Blizzard is so good at these. Now, we did not only get an animated short about D.Va, we also got a new control map. Welcome to Busan, Korea. It'll feature 3 fabulous locations. Sanctuary, which is a little bit like Nepal's Sanctuary, Downtown, which reminds me of Lijiang Tower, and the Mecha Base. We love Overwatch here at StreamEconomy, and so we cannot wait for Busan to hit the live servers. And you can bet that I will be keeping my eyes peeled for any and all clues that could lead to the identity of the next hero in the game. There has to be something, right? Right? All right, those are our main block of news stories, but OutlawKing just dropped its first trailer online. Now, this is a Netflix movie starring Chris Pine as Scottish rebellion leader Robert the Bruce. Of course, there is only one man on Earth qualified enough to discuss this trailer, and that man, my friends, is Mark Serrels.
I've been thinking about a lot of things these days, accents, TV, movies and all that. Remember Highlander? Ooh, I loved Highlander when I was a wee kid. When I got a bit older, I thought about Highlander. I thought about it and I was like, what? See, if a Scottish person playing a Spaniard and a French person playing a Scottish person, how does that make sense? How does that work? There's a point to all this. There's a new movie coming out. Another Scottish movie like Braveheart. Remember Braveheart when Mel Gibson was like, I freedom, couldn't even talk properly, but for some reason everybody loved it, whatever. It's called The Outlaw King or something like that, aye. And that's about the other Scottish person that's famous, Robert the Bruce. And do you know who's playing Robert the Bruce? Guess who? Christopher Pine! Christopher Pine! Mate, he's Scottish. Get a Scottish person. Scottish accent. Scottish person. Magic, right? But not only that, but because everybody's so scared of Scottish accents, all the actual Scottish people sound like this. Hello, I'm Scottish. Hello, I'm Scottish person, man. I talk like this. I'm Scottish. I talk like this all the time. I don't care. Put subtitles on. So what? Let me hear a real accent. Let me something. That's why I hear something real, man. Just make me Robert the Bruce. That'd be better than Chris Pine. Chris Pine's
This is where I'd normally make a joke in a Scottish accent, but I'm actually too afraid of Serrels. If you enjoyed this week's episode, be sure to tune in next Saturday and check out last week's episode by clicking right over here. If you want some bonus StreamEconomy content, that, my friends, is right there. Be good streamers.